through some of the basics of the Chromebook. First thing, keep in mind that we'd like you to try to use a Chromebook as much as you can throughout these modules. Try things on your own, see if you can figure stuff out, and you don't necessarily have to watch the videos if you don't want to. If you feel like you can pass the quizzes with 100% but without watching the videos, give it a try. You can see I have my Chromebook here today, so I'm going to show you a couple of things that I do on my Chromebook that you can do on your own. The first thing I want to show you is how to turn on the Chromebook. So you'll notice on the side of my Chromebook, there is a power button here. On some of the older model Chromebooks, you might sometimes see it here where I have a lock button. You'll see a power button. So you're always looking for this power button, the circle with the little line through it, right there. So I'm going to hold the power button on the side of my Chromebook and then release it so that my Chromebook powers on. And you can see it comes up pretty quickly. If it doesn't come up quickly, you might try plugging it up to power because the battery might have gone dead, but the battery tends to last for a pretty long time on these. We're not going to talk about loading accounts necessarily this time. Those will come up in other videos. So we're going to walk through doing a couple more basic things that I think will be helpful to you. So the first thing I want to show you is how to right-click on a Chromebook. And the way that you right-click on a Chromebook is by using two spread-apart fingers on the touchpad. So I can do two spread-apart fingers on the touchpad, and you'll notice the sub-menu comes up. If I only do one finger, that same thing does not happen. If I do two close fingers, it'll also do that, but it's more consistent to make sure that you have two spread-apart fingers, and it'll always work for you. The other way you can right-click is by doing the Alt button and clicking on the touchpad at the same time. If you do the Alt and click on the touchpad, that'll also right-click. So you have two options for right-clicking. Based on the age of the Chromebook you're trying to use, you might have one or two cameras on your Chromebook. So you'll see on my Chromebook, mine is one of the older ones, so it has one camera here. Other times you might have a camera here right above the keyboard, and that can be nice once you flip the display around, so then it works as a tablet. So you'll see this goes all the way around, and when it's on the tablet mode, when tablet mode is engaged like this, that means that the keyboard will not work. So if you are students or if you are using the Chromebook in this way where it's folded back, you don't have to worry about accidentally typing things because it won't work. If we look back to the keyboard of the Chromebook, you'll notice this button in the center top of it. It's a square with two lines to the right of it. This is called the window switcher key. And the window switcher key shows you all of the open windows that you have on the Chromebook. So you see that I have Chrome open right now, but if I also open my email and I also opened these other things, so you'll see when I click the window switcher key, it shows me both of the windows that I have open. So if you need to open another Chrome window on your Chromebook, you can do Control N for new, and it'll open up another one. So you see when I click window switcher, it'll show me all three windows that I have open. So this is a really handy button. It does some other things too, so make note of where the window switcher key is. The Chromebooks are really sturdy. You'll notice that the models that we get are ruggedized, so the edges are rounded and they have an extra sort of padding support on it so that if they are dropped, they're much less likely to break. Chromebooks can be broken though, and the ways that we most often see breakage is if I put something down on the keyboard, like a pen, and then close the top of it, it'll cause the screen to shatter. The other way that we see, and we see this a lot, is students picking the keys off. So that's something you might want to talk about with your students. You can also minimize the key picking off by ensuring that each student only uses the same Chromebook every time. Then it's easier to know who's been picking the keys off. I hope this video will help you score 100 on the quiz and move on to the next module.